คือเพราะนั้นเขาเลยพูดว่าชักลีเนี่ยมันใส่กวนอาญาก่อมันต่อมันยาเสียอยู่นะ
And we know that Shackley used one civilian to traffic, to organize the trafficking.
ซื้อมันเขาว่า Central Traffic County
Program.
SANTO
SANTO
TRAFF ICANTE
TRAFFIC
CANTE
And this civilian name was Sando Trafficant. Yeah, this is a civilian who was the organizer of trafficking for Shackley.
กวนอันยิบลื่นปันชักลีนะครับเป็นซื้อมันเขาว่า Richard Amatat
Richard Amatat
ARM ITAG ที่นะครับมันอยู่ในเวียดนามเขา
And this finance was been controlled. I mean, the finance support was controlled or given by Richard Armitage, who settled or who stayed in Vietnam at the time.
ไว้ซึกเวียดนามย่าไว้เอาใน Richard Amatat เนี่ยเขาเลยนี่เนี่ยมันเปลี่ยนมาแข่งกวนกายาเป็นอเมริกาที่กรุงเทพ
And after the Vietnam War, Richard Armitage was a prominent narcotic personnel. I mean, prominent trafficker in Bangkok.
in Bangkok.
Yeah, after Vietnam War.
นั่นแหละมือเตรียมยันท่องมือในปีเองกับว่า75เนี่ย
Yeah, and the time is in between 1975 to 1979. He was very active trafficker in Bangkok.
75 through 79 in Bangkok.
In Bangkok.
มือมันอยู่ที่กรุงเทพเนี่ยมือเพราะนั้นมันเป็นคนเหตุการณ์บ้าดีด่านเย้าอเมริกัน
And he was one of the consular ambassador, what do you call it? Embassy employer.
The embassy employee.
Yeah.
ว่านั้นมันทำออกในต่างเย้าอเมริกัน
After that, after 1979, he quit from embassy employee.
ก็มันมาตั้งกลุ่มอีกอันหนึ่งเขาเข้าว่า The Far East Trading Company
And then he established a trading company named the Far East Company.
The Far East Trading Company
Far East Trading Company.
เอาอันซื้ออันไหนเอาสิกล้ายาละลับ
And then he used the name of this company as the under table. He involved in drug trafficking business too.
เดี๋ยวที่ทำก็มันทำเอาเงินที่ไหนหาซื้อกล่องเนี่ยขึ้นซอยวันเสียในเมืองลาวเนี่ยตึกกลมนี่ใช่ไหม
And then the finance that he gained from the trafficking, he buy ammunition and support the Lao anti-communist troop
เสียอันนี้ในเมืองลาวเนี่ย
and CIA in Lao.
So he used the drugs and also in arms and munitions.
Yeah. ในต่อถึงมือเดียว
มือไว้นั่นก่อนมันนั่นก่อนมาเร็วเริ่ม
And this is the past
Or not.
in 1979.
อันนั้นถ้าเนี่ยเขาว่ามันกวนซอยมันหนำในเมืองลาวก็มีหนำในเมืองไทยก็มี
And this Richard Armitage had a lot of friends in Laos and in Thai.
กวนอันซอยมันเนี่ยกวนในเสียงเขามี
And there is a lot of CIA personnel who helped him.
อัน CIA อันซอยมันอยู่นั่นอยู่ที่กรุงเทพเนี่ย Daniel Arnold เนี่ย
And one of them, the CIA that helped
These are American people.
American people. His name is Daniel
Arnold ARNOLD
ARNOLD. Arnold.
มันเป็นคนปล่อยสดมันหนักอันนั้นหมดเลย
And this Arnold was the what do you call it, ammunition trafficker for whatever Richard wanted.
สำหรับฉันเนี่ยก็นั้นก็วันยาผินซอยก้าวันยาผินสำหรับ Mr. Jerry Daniel
And there is one named Mr. Jerry Daniel was the one who organizing the drug trafficking for Richard Richard Armitage นั่นเป็นคนอเมริกันล้วนๆ
คนอเมริกันล้วนๆ
These are all American people
Those are American.
yeah
One of the men named by Kunsa. This is not me naming him. This is Kunsa, the drug overlord, reading from his records, named Richard Armitage as being a chief drug trafficker from 1965 through 1979. Do you know where Richard Armitage went in 1979? He went to Dole's staff, then he went to Reagan's campaign staff. Now he is the Assistant Secretary of Defense, right underneath Mr. Carlucci. Richard Armitage has been responsible for recovery of U.S. prisoners of war way back before we actually got involved with H. Ross Perot. He is still responsible for them. What I'm trying to do is find you Kunsa's letter because it'll say it best. Here it is. Letter from Kunsa written to the U.S. Justice Department dated 28 June 1987. Just want to read you a couple of sentences. During the period 1965 to 1975, CIA chief in Laos, Theodore Shackley, was in the drug business. Now, Theodore Shackley would have been director of intelligence of the CIA if George Bush had not been appointed to that post. Theodore Shackley was then posted as the deputy director for covert operations. It said Santo Trapacante acted as his buying and transporting agent, while Richard Armitage handled the financial section with banks in Australia. All of a sudden, the words from Jerry King came back. Too many bureaucrats don't want to see American prisoners returned alive. Why? Couldn't figure it out. Gunboat at midnight in the middle of the Mekong. Voice of America saying we're there to abort our attack. Walsh and the general recaptured before turnover. Why? Now I'll tell you why. If this is true, it means that Richard Armitage and a lot of other people that are named here are the least men in the world that want to see Americans come home. Because when American prisoners of war do come home, whether we bring them home or whether they drag themselves across that Mekong River somehow and report to the U.S. Embassy and they're not destroyed there, when they do come home, because they will, there'll be one hell of an investigation as to what took the greatest nation in the world so long to bring home heroes that have been waiting for more than 15 years. And when that investigation is conducted, it will show, as Kunsa says, that these men, these bureaucrats, appointed, not elected, appointed, have broke the faith with you and this country and its laws, have used their office as a cover to run drugs and arms, to promote covert operations that the United States Congress did not approve of.
Now, I must point out that this is very important. The Thomas Klein's, Shackley, Ted Shackley, and Richard Armitage, who was named on that footage there by Kunsa, the biggest drug operative on earth. Kunsa, the last couple of years, has moved 1,500 tons, 1,500 tons of heroin from Burma. Richard Armitage, who he talks about there, being connected directly with Trafficante back in the 60s and 70s. Mr. Armitage was the Assistant Secretary of Defense for George Bush.